We always look forward to our periodic updates with the Director of Collection Management, Deb Lambert. And today we'll talk about not only what's new in the collection for 2017, but some new initiatives that patrons will soon notice at Central Library and elsewhere. Deb, always a pleasure to have you talk about library activities. First of all, a project coming up in 2017 that people are going to see a lot of. It's called Reimagining Central. What about this project? What are its goals?
It's actually to reimagine the collection at Central, and it's a big project. You're right about that, and we've got a lot going on this year, as always. But at Central, we're trying to realign the collection with what our patrons' interests are, and to be able to store things in the collection for a longer period of time for certain collections that we haven't been able to do that for in the past, such as children's and adult fiction, and even DVDs and CDs. And so those collections are all going to be growing in terms of space, but also they're going to be shuffled around the building. So we're going to have some exciting new spaces. We're going to have some focus on world language materials that is easily accessible from the entrances of the building. There are many details to the plan, John.
And the movement of the collections, the various formats, is based really on analysis that you've done and based on what the relative circulation of the formats to determine where they best should fit for people to get to at Central, correct?
That's correct. And we've done this at all of our locations in the past 2 years, looked at how much each format, whether it's a book or a music CD or a DVD, or an audiobook, how much they actually check out compared to each other, and comparing the audience of adult, children, and teen materials, and trying to balance all those collections in a building to have the right amount for what our patrons are interested in. And the biggest one is Central, and that's requires a lot more work than any of our other locations.
And as far as it relates to Central, this project will be completed in time for the 100th anniversary celebration, correct?
Absolutely. We've got a lot of work ahead of us the first half of this year to get that done, but we're excited about it.
Okay, that's just one thing happening as we enter into 2017. Another major project is RFID, radio frequency identification, and I know you and your staff have been busy for a long time on this. What is RFID?
RFID stands for radio frequency identification, and it's a technology that many materials handling shipping companies have been using for years. It's allowing us to update our technology to manage our collection, handle it in a more efficient way, to get the books on the shelves faster for our patrons, either the first time or after patrons have checked them out and are returning them. It's getting them back on the shelves quickly.
Okay.
And it's also allowing us to have a better inventory of them.
Right. And now, will patrons notice any change when checking out or returning materials with RFID?
There'll be a slight difference in the checkout process where they don't have to scan the barcode of a book at self-checkout. They'll place the book on the reader, and it'll read it through airwaves.
Okay.
So it reads the radio frequency ID.
Now, I know you're very excited about some of the new products, new resources that the library is adding in 2017. First question, though, is how does the library actually keep up, especially with electronic resources, with all the new products and ways for people to access new information?
We want to make sure that we're offering the best product for our community, and they're constantly growing and changing. So we have librarians that are dedicated to understanding what electronic resources are out there and how they work. And so this year we're looking at adding a few. And Mango Languages is one of them that's important to us in the world language collection development area, because we had a product in the past that didn't meet our needs, but this one is called Mango Languages, and it has over 70 languages for people who are interested in learning a new language. And we've always had audiobooks in our collection, but this puts it online where they can access it from home or through an app on a mobile device. And it's everything from Arabic to Swahili to Yiddish. And it's really nice for our English language learners as well, who need to learn English, but they need to hear it in their home language.
Right.
There are 21 English language learning modules. So if you're an Arabic speaker, you can listen to it in Arabic, the instructions in Arabic to learn English, or Hmong or Swahili.
Wow, interesting. Any other new product that you'd like to announce today coming in 2017?
Well, talking about the World Language Collection Development Project, that is actually something that we have received grant funds for, and it's a big focus for us. So we're interested in expanding our print and DVD and CD and audiobook in different languages as well, and updating that collection. We've had some in our collection for a long time, but we're really going to update that. And one of the interesting things we're looking at is something called high-low readers. High interest, low reading level books provide more mature and complex subjects for older readers that have a low reading level. So that's also reaching out to that immigrant community that needs to learn English.
Okay.
But online resources, we're excited to be launching Flipster magazine in addition to our popular Zinio magazine service. We're adding this because it offers magazines that we don't currently have access to, such as People and Time, Sports Illustrated, where people can access them on their home devices or on the go. And other magazines like Black Enterprise, Essence, and Forbes, and Ebony magazine. You know, some of these are big holes in our collection, and we're excited to add to our online
And I know
collection.
there's so much more, and people
Yes.
can find these just by going to our website. It's very simple, ndpl.org. And if people have questions about the collection, requests for things that could be added, check with Deb Lambert and her staff. Again, just go to the website at ndpl.org. And Deb, thank you again for joining us.
Thank you.